from the studio that brought you Paws of Fury and Hit Pig, Hit Elephant. I can't remember the name of that movie. Comes Stitchhead. Um, this studio does not have a good track record of making good movies. The two I just named off are pretty bad, pretty mid. Either way, they're just not good. And of course, they also have Duck Duck Goose, which I genuinely can't remember watching, but apparently I've watched it before. I have it on my watched, but yeah, I mean this studio doesn't have a good track record. Stitchhead visually doesn't look appealing. It doesn't look like something you'd see in a theater in 2025. It looks like something you'd see in a Redbox in 2012. I mean, I have so many fond memories of going to Redbox and buying these shitty movies for $1 and watching them and laughing at them. And as years go by, you just slowly and slowly forget about them until you see it brought up randomly one day. And I think Stitchhead kind of feels like one of those movies. There's so much potential here in this movie, but they just fail at every opportunity they get. You have the scenes where they say a joke and the joke just sits there for like a minute and it feels like you're expecting a laugh track to go off, or like maybe there should be a laugh track happening. I'm not too sure. It kind of feels like you're watching a cartoon instead of an actual movie, which sucks because Stitchhead was sold out completely for a week and a half at my local theater, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that kids get to see movies again, and parents aren't scared to take their kids to movies every week. We've had a lot of PG films come out recently, and they've been selling out like crazy, and Stitchhead was one of them. But eh, I don't know, just doesn't feel like a movie. It really doesn't. The joke thing I mentioned earlier, really rough to sit through because this movie probably could have been 70, 65 minutes long had they not just sat on every joke that they said. There's some really god awful editing in this movie. I mean, god awful editing. There's like a cut every single line, and it's kind of annoying to watch, and it hurts your eyes while you're watching it. And like I said, visually, not too great. It does kind of feel like you're watching, um, what's it called? Scary Godmother from Cartoon Network in 2010. Just nothing spectacular here, nothing special. I think there's a few good scenes in the movie, like the scene where Stitchhead's being rescued from the tower by the circus people, and you have the air balloon coming up, and it's beautifully lit, and it feels so like emotional. And Stitchhead's finally leaving his family and friends, and to get a life where he feels like he's loved, and then they turn it into a joke. Why? Why'd you ruin the best scene of this movie with a joke? I mean, you put this corny music, the circus music over it, and and then again more bad editing during that scene as the scene progresses. It's just such a shame. It feels like every time this movie had an opportunity to be serious, they just went the other route. And I know this is a kids movie, but kids movies can have serious themes and serious feelings. I mean, Coraline is one of the best uh, animated or even children's horror movies I've ever seen. It's pretty serious. It's pretty serious throughout the entire movie, and I understand not every movie has to be serious and not funny, but when you it just feels like the whole movie is 5 seconds of jokes over and over again. It gets kind of nauseating, and I just wanted something here for a classic for kids, and instead it feels like we're just getting another Scary Godmother movie that's gonna be made fun of for a decade or two if kids even remember it for that long. I'm giving Stitch a 4 out of 10. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good or great. I think there's some good moments in here, but like I said, with the weird tone issues this movie has, and it's just not feeling that special throughout. It's such a shame. I think Stitch had so much potential. If it was shorter, this movie would have been way better. I mean, I think the shorter part mainly comes down to them sitting on jokes for way too long that aren't that funny, and I mean, visually, it's just not amazing. Like I said, it feels like a Redbox movie, not something that has come out in 2025. I will say though, I did not mention this through my review. I think the monster designs are very sick. I have them right behind me right here. I thought they were all very unique, and they felt like stuff you haven't really seen before. They actually kind of feel like monsters you see in Monster Inc., which I really appreciated. That was one thing I really liked about this movie. All the monsters felt different from each other, and they all had unique personalities. I really liked it. If you haven't seen Stitch Head, it's short, it's sweet, it's a kids movie. You're probably gonna have some good times in it. I mean, I did, but I just don't think it's better than, for example, Night of the Apocalypse, which came out earlier this year.